calling you out, Josh. He's calling you out. Hello and welcome to the Turf. I'm Brenna Green. He's Joshua Robinson. And we had one of the most highly anticipated games in the GSL this season between Gonzaga Prep and Central Valley.
Yeah, CV lost their starting running back, Zach Abshire, to an ACL tear against Mount Spokane. Didn't look like the same team against U-High last week.
So the question is, could they return to form this week against Gonzaga Prep, who is ranked number 3 in the state? The short answer is no. Bullpups Ryan McKenna with the keeper. He takes this for 40 yards, but the Bullpups up 28-7. I want to know how many long touchdown runs we have from Ryan McKenna just this year.
You say that name all the time.
Incredible. Gonzaga Prep then sends it for a deep pass on 4th down. Bo Howell brings it in for a two-handed grab. G-Prep cruises 35-7. No home field advantage for Ferris this year as the downtown stadium is being constructed. So they played Mount Spokane at Ridgeline tonight. Mount Spokane strikes with this short run by Jackson King. Wildcats up 7-0, and they are not done yet. They're not done by a long shot, actually. Kellen Flanagan airs it out. This ball drops right in the hands of Blake Spear. 50-yard touchdown pass. Mount Spokane, no issues tonight, winning 38-0. Richland making the trek up from the Tri-Cities to play Meade. Pick this up in the 4th quarter. 9 minutes left, and the Panthers down 8. We've got some 3-on-3 crime here. Cameron Kitchens lofts this ball up on 3rd and 24 and meets Madden Ram. Says, thank you very much. Panthers back in business. They capitalized. You got to check out this catch, Josh. Colby Danielson says, go up and get it to his receiver, and he does it. Nolan Braun says, I got you. He got mossed, ladies and gentlemen.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing. Danielson goes to Braun again in the same corner of the end zone to try to get the 2-point conversion, but it is not to be. Richland holds on and holds off Meade 14-12.
I just love 3-on-3 crime. Hey, Lewis and Clark taking on U-High. Titans are going to be up 7-0 in the second half. As take a look at this. LC punting, it's short, but someone is going to try to play hero. Whips. Bennett Hendrickson scoops it up. That's going to lead to a Tigers field goal. See, that's what happens when you try to be a hero. It all goes wrong. But it cuts the lead with that field goal down to 7-3. The ensuing kickoff. We're going to come to that in just a second here. A little bit of trickery. Boy, what is it with special team trickery? But the ball goes to Dayton Thomas, who muffed the punt earlier. He's going to make up for it with some NASCAR speed down the sidelines. That's a special teams kickoff to a touchdown. U-High is going to pull out the win, 21-17. Hey, it's homecoming night at Cheney High. Ridgeline and Cheney came into tonight both winless. That would change for one of them, but it wasn't pretty. There's lots of penalties in this one, but we're going to go to the final minutes in the first half. Take a look at this. Less than 3 to play. Sophomore Cola Grant, dump pass, and refuses to go down. Look at this. He will not go down. That's a flock of Blackhawks have to take him down. Still tied 7-7. Ridgeline is setting up for a field goal. Look at this. Tallest man on the Cheney roster. Did you miss it? Her and more. This major error to block the kick. I'm going to slow it down for you. Every bit of his 6'5" frame flies up to block that score.
That's some effort.
Ridgeline is going to take one more shot with the second left on the clock. Tanner Smith taking his time, airing it towards Braden Allen. Just off his hands, but
we haven't gotten a score on this one.
Yeah.
Can't tell you what happened. Sorry, everybody.
It could be 7-7 for all we know.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
We had a few rivalry games this past week, and it continues tonight with Coeur d'Alene at Lake City.
Yeah, it's been a pretty lopsided rivalry recently, as the last time Lake City won was in 2014.
Yeah, that trend continued tonight. Braden Bankston sends this one to Colton Farrer. We got a spin move alert, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, we love it. He picks up the first down. Later on the drive, on 4th and 16, Bankston finds Sam Ency in the corner of the end zone for 7 points, or I guess for 6 points, I guess you could say that. 7-0 Vikings after the PAT. Later in the first, Vikings on the board again. Gunnar Julio, he's going to punch this one in from a few yards out. Coeur d'Alene up 13-0 after a missed 2-point conversion. Second quarter, Vikings still doing their thing, ladies and gentlemen. Bankston swings it out to Jake Wool. I'm sorry if I screwed up your last name. It's confusing. Anyways,
but he didn't screw up that run.
No, he did not. There we go. See, you got me right there. Vikings go up 19-0. CDA blanks their rival 38-17. 2-0. Post Falls headed south tonight to play at Lewiston. This game was insane. Early fourth quarter, all tied up at 21. Post Falls deep in their own end zone. And why would we show an incomplete pass? Well, because it was holding in the end zone, which means points. Lewiston gets 2 points with the safety. They take a 23-21 lead, so they get the ball back, chew up a bunch of clock, but then disaster. Bengals get picked off on fourth down. Zachary Clark has plans, ladies and gentlemen. He cuts his way through Lewiston's offense, runs it back for 95 yards, a crazy turnaround, and suddenly the Trojans are up 29-23 with under 3 to play. But the Bengals break off a couple huge plays, race right back down the field, capped off by this run by Cruz Hepburn. It was 30-29 Bengals after the extra point with 90 ticks to go. That was enough time for the Trojans to race right back down the field with a 27-year-old field goal. It's just wide left with 3 seconds to go. A crazy game ends with Lewiston on top 30-29.
You were not kidding. What a wild game. Hey, as we said, Post Falls headed south tonight. Moscow basically switched places with them as they played at Lakeland, bringing out the couches. That's just my thing now, I guess. I love it. But a few lucky homecoming winners enjoying this as the Hawks are up big in the first half. Now in the second half, Lakeland, they're gonna add on to the lead. It's number 4, Thomas Calder, zigzagging his way for the big gain. But later, Devon Suko finding Richie Thomas for that beauty of a touchdown. Hawks are up 56-0. This really wasn't much of a game. Running the clock out the rest of the way. Lakeland wins. Yeah, 59-0.